going to witness a debate of your classmates. With the motion, let it be resolved that gadgets be booed or banned. So this afternoon, our debaters will discuss the advantages and disadvantages of using new gadgets and technologies. So, here are our criteria for this afternoon's debate. We have debaters. You will be judged according to number 1, organization and clarity. You can have the score of 4 if completely clear and orderly presentation. 3, mostly clear and orderly in all parts. 2, clear in some parts but not overall. And 1, if it is unclear and disorganized throughout. That is how you maintain arguments and responses are outlined in a clear or orderly way. Second, the use of argument. These are the reasons given to support the solution. 4, if you are very strong and persuasive arguments given throughout. Many arguments given out only minor problems. You can get 3. And if some decent arguments but some significant problems, that is 2. And 1 for few or no arguments given at all. Third, use the cross-examination rebuttal. It is the identification of weaknesses in the negative team's argument and the ability to defend itself against the attack. 4, if it is excellent, cross-exam and defense against negative team's objection. 3, good cross-exam and rebuttal with only minor slip-outs. And 2, decent cross-exam and or rebuttals but with some significant problems. Then, the presentation style. The tone of your voice, clarity of expression, precision of arguments all contribute to keep audience attention and persuading them to the team's case. You can get 4 if all the styles or features were used convincingly. Then 3, most style features were used convincingly. And 2, if few styles only are being used. So this time, may I call in the moderator of this afternoon's debate, Earl Balson. A round of applause, please.
Magandang buhay, everyone. I'm Christine Earl Balson, your chairperson for today's debate with the topic, should gadgets be booed or banned? In my right side is the proposition team who firmly believe that gadgets are booed. They are Eliza Ray P. Okuman, Sofia Helen Esbador, Charlie Mer F. Adelado, Denise Christine A. Casuyon, and Juana Patricia Yuda Valles. In my left side is the opposition team that think gadgets are bad. They are Casey Lubica Bastante, Daniel P. Beneflor, Ulysses Ryan M. Taquitos, John Brian J. Urak, and Althea J. Denise Magano. To the facilitator, Teacher Jocelyn Arabang. To our judges, Mrs. Melanie C. Filipinas, Master Teacher 2, a SPED teacher, Teacher Mrs. Cecilia M. Neal, Master Teacher 1, SPED teacher, and Mrs. Pretzel T. Nilo, Teacher 3, English coordinator. To our recorder, Hansen Jornalas. And to our very own motherly principal, Mrs. Daisy J. Cortinas, good afternoon. Reminder for all speakers, you have 3 minutes to deliver your speech. And Elizabeth P. Okuman, a round of applause, please.
To our audience, judges, to my affirmative teams and opposing teams, especially to our very own motherly principal, Mrs. Daisy J. Cortinas, good afternoon. A gadget is a small technological object such as a device or an appliance that has a particular function but is often thought of as a novelty. A gadget brings happiness to the family. With the development of webcam and other video devices, staying away from friends and family is no more unpleasant. These gadgets can make far off things come here and makes human accessibility really easy. So, getting a single device will certainly give us the functions of them. These make devices inexpensive and cost-effective. It can therefore be concluded that gadgets are not just important because they make our life simple, but likewise, since we can have fun with them. There is no denying that in today's on-the-go business arena, technology is the headlining up, and without our gadgets, we'd be lost literally. Check out teaching generation tests. Using gadgets to enhance learning for more ideas about thinking outside. The band to harness the power of student-owned devices for learning, including policies, contracts, management, ideas, and research. Smartphones are far and away the most important devices and used by company travelers today. Yes, gadgets are helpful. They can make our travel experience that much more enjoyable.
Thank you. And now, the first speaker of opposition team, Casey Lubiga Bastante. A round of applause, please. To the audience, to the affirmative team, my co-opposition team, to our beloved judges, and to our motherly principal, Mrs. Daisy J. Martinez, a pleasant afternoon to all of us. Our new generation is now called the multimedia generation because of the kids that spend most of their time for gadgets like cell phones, TV, and iPods. They don't know how well those gadgets can affect their studies, change their attitude, destroy their health, cause addiction, and even bring radiation to their body. They spend their time on playing online games instead of studying their lessons. They spend not only their time but also their money. Is this what you really want? The kids will spend their time and money for those online games? There was once a boy with his habit playing and using gadgets 5 to 7 hours a day. He started this habit when he was already in high school. During his elementary, he was in top 20, he had many friends, and he is still healthy. But now, what happened to that boy? Because of those gadgets, he can study his lessons. He already had a bad attitude, and most of all, he is now addicted and unhealthy. Do we want to be like him? Gadgets can change us, not only us, but also our world. Gadgets are now affecting his life. Should we let those gadgets affect our lives too? No, we should not do the same with the kids that refuse to eat because of their addiction in computer games. They said that gadgets are for communication, easy transportation, for research, for reservation, and for navigation. Won't you do that without using gadgets? Kids say that gadgets will help life become easier. But we all know that there are difficulties that we will feel to get what we want. And this challenge will keep us stronger and away from danger. Wait! Speaking of easy way because of gadgets, you could be right. Easy to deal with illegal gambling, can easily post cyber-sex videos. Don't you know that even me can know your personal life because of those gadgets? I can know your status and even your family problems. Family problems? Even gadgets can affect your family. Don't you know that a happy family can be a broken family because of the people that communicate with other person that develops into a relationship? Uh-oh, is this what you want to happen? Really? What a life is that? Really miserable. We can live a life without those gadgets. A simple life without them? Well, safer and lesser money. Don't you know that because of those gadgets, our parents and guardians are paying bigger fines because of charging and allowance for our gadgets? How will you communicate with your family using gadgets without load? Oh guys, to pay bigger fines? To spend a long time? For what? Oh dear! near and away from danger. So guys, what should we do? In this case, kids' lives are very affected in this. So we should avoid gadgets.
Thank you. Next, the second speaker of Proposition Team, Sophia Helen Esgador. A round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, judges, our principal, Mrs. Daisy J. Fortines, our facilitator, audience, moderators, my fellow affirmative teammates, and to the opposing team. Do you know gadgets? For sure, all of you know what gadgets are, such as mobile phone, iPad, iPhone, and so on. This afternoon, I will give you some advantages of gadgets. Firstly, using gadgets make our daily lives run smoothly because we can access information quickly, anytime and anywhere. Second, by using gadgets, people can easily communicate to one another. Those days when you have to write letters in order to communicate to one another are gone. Nowadays, with gadgets, you can send emails and you can get the reply within minutes. You can also meet new friends and stay in touch with your old friends. Third, teachers also use gadgets in teaching kids. They use LCD, lapel, and laptops to easily present their lesson for the day. Using these gadgets, they do not have to shout and write many things on the board. Using these gadgets, teaching would be easier. These are only some of the advantages in using gadgets.
Next, the second speaker of Opposition Team, Daniel P. Beneflor. A round of applause, please.
To our judges and to our principal, affirmative and opposing team, good afternoon. Gadgets, an often small mechanical or electronic device with a practical use, but often thought of as a novelty. These are the things that kids wouldn't give up, that life will be boring without it. I think these gadgets will be harmful to the kids. What will be the future of these kids if all of them are using gadgets? It is a danger for them, right? In communication, you don't need to use gadgets for texting, sending email, or even Facebooks. Instead of using gadgets, you can use a letter. It is the best way for communication. When we write, we improve our skills in writing and the spelling of the words we write to the letter. But when using gadgets, it can cause addiction. What will happen to you with your gadgets? Think about it. Another one, addiction, is one of the common diseases for kids. It is a persistent compulsive use of a substance known by the user to be harmful, like television, handsets, iPod, tablet, video games, laptop, cell phone, and other technical gadgets. These are the gadgets that can cause addiction if you will use it for a long time. Do you think those gadgets can help you? This addiction causes laziness, change your attitude, and rejection, even stroke, a disease which can kill you. It can also affect your life if you are addicted to it. Do you still want to use gadgets?
Thank you. Next, the third speaker of Proposition Team, Charlie F. Adelado. A round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, audiences, judges, and to our motherly principal, Ma'am Daisy J. Fortines. Gadgets are used not only in research and reservation. It is also used for determining directions and for easy transportation. Gadgets are useful to people, especially the adventurous ones. They use applications from internet that help them determine the directions. They also use this instead of an old-fashioned map because it is fast and they can reach their destination on time. And they have extra time to rest, eat. Aside from that, you can also make sure that you're going in the right way. Unlike the map, you cannot be sure of the way you are going. You can also use your gadgets for transportation. These gadgets make your transportation easy. Unlike the old style of booking flights, you need to go personally to the airport and book a flight. Isn't it hassle? When you use gadgets, it would be easy and fast because you can do it wherever you are. It's easy and handy. Compared to the old style, your time will be consumed from commuting and you will have to wait for your turn. What if there are plenty of people in line? Oh no, that is very stressful. And when you're stressed, the cells inside your body is damaged. It will cause illness and diseases. You don't have to waste time and energy to book a flight. Personally, well, you can do it easily and fast, so gadgets should not be bad.
Thank you. Next, the third speaker of opposition team, Ulysses Ryan and the Kitos. A round of applause, please. A pleasant afternoon to everyone. Clash of Clans, online games. Will you spend too much money for that? Will you spend a long time for that? Some kids spend their time by playing online games instead of studying their lessons. Is that good? Too much tradition can affect our mental health. Online games throughout the time made the children lazy, lack of focus in school, and have no study habit. As they spend their time in playing online, they forget proper time to eat and maintain good hygiene. And if their attentions are called to rest and eat, they are mad that made their parents stress and argue with each other. Aside from wasting time and money, it can also deteriorate our physical and mental health. It can affect our personal traits. Sometimes, too much addiction of playing online games, we forget our time to be used wisely, like giving time to our loved ones or spending quality time to our family. This addiction, playing of gadgets, is deeply affecting the social and personal skills of our kids. It is noticed that a youngster may be expert at texting but poor at real communication with someone face-to-face. You may find a kid holding full grip on a computer game but not any outdoor game. This is really considerable issue attached with the future security of our young kids who are addicted to gadgets. Children who spend long hours staring on screen usually complain less concentration on studies and missing out their essential sleep. It makes them peevish, grumpy, aggressive, and they don't take notice of anything going on around them until they finish. Gadgets are not only killing, also learning negative impacts on their health and emotions, which are also going to be attached with their favorite gadgets and electronics on. Addicted gamers spend so much time playing that their personal relationships get neglected and sometimes disappear altogether. Addicted gamers who are married up to 50% report a strain in their marriage as a result of their addiction. Addicted gamers also neglect the responsibilities of everyday life such as school and work. The lack of social interaction that results from obsessive gaming can have long-term social consequences. An addicted teenager won't develop effective school skills, which will hinder his ability to develop and maintain healthy relationships in college and beyond. There are negative effects of playing online games. These are, first, an increase in emotional symptoms. Second, an increase in behavioral disorder symptoms. Third, decline in verbal memory performance. Fourth, somatic complaints. Fifth, family interaction problems such as less positive parental relations. 6. Modification is visual selective attention. 7. Playing video games is a significant risk factor that later physically aggressive behavior.
Thank you. Next, the fourth speaker of Proposition Team, Denise Christine A. Casuyon. A round of applause, please. To the audience, judges, to my affirmative teammates, and opposing teams,
especially to our very own motherly principal, Mrs. Daisy J. Martinez. Good afternoon. Advantages of technologies and gadgets. The advantages of new technologies and gadgets are discussed in the following lines. Number 1, higher profit. New technologies can benefit your business in a number of ways. You can get higher profits as new technologies increase work efficiency, which in turn increases productivity. Moreover, fewer workforces are needed as new technologies can automate the work, thus reducing the cost more. Number 2, fast access to information. You can get quick access to information with the help of computer and internet. Two of the most popular technology and gadgets in the present times. The search engines and the internet help you find information on any topics that you're looking for. Number 3, speed up work. There are so many gadgets that help to speed up work. Right from household chores to office work, there are gadgets with the help of which you can increase your work efficiency. It helps you to do quite a number of things in relatively less time.
Thank you. Next, the fourth speaker of opposition team, John Brian J. Ora. A round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, audience, speakers, judges, and most of all to our motherly principal. For example, there is good evidence that one of the most popular films made for technology is false. It has been said by many head teachers to union representatives to today presenters that have internet reduces the importance of knowing facts. However, research from cognitive science shows the vital importance of remembering facts. When we think, we use working memory and long-term memory. Long-term memory is vast, but working memory is limited to about 4 to 7 items and easily overloaded. By in our working memory to manipulate those facts and combine them with new ones. That's why it is important for pupils to learn their timetables. Memorizing doesn't stifle conceptual understanding, but rather enables it. We also need a framework of facts in long-term memory to make sense of what we find on the internet. Study shows that pupils frequently make errors when asked to look up unfamiliar knowledge. Long-term memory is not a bolted-on part of mind that we can outsource to the cloud. It is integral to all our thinking process. Research even suggests it may be the seat of human intellectual skill. At first sight, technology may not seem that to it. It will be very helpful here. Pop-up message alert, ever-changing website, and synthetic hyperlinks make it very hard for us to think about what we are supposed to. North American study shows that university students frequently multitask their laptops during lectures and that those who do so understand less than students who concentrate solely on the lecture.
Thank you. Next, the fifth speaker of proposition team, Juana Patricia U. de Villeros. A round of applause, please.
To our audience, judges, to my affirmative team and opposing teams, especially to our very own motherly principal, Mrs. Daisy J. Martinez. Good afternoon. Gone are the days when you have to make trips to the local travel agency to reserve or book a hotel for the night. Today, if you have a credit card handy and access to the internet, you can finalize your travel plans within minutes. One advantage of booking a hotel online is convenience.
Being able to make all your travel plans on the internet means you can do it any time of the day or night at home. Customers on the go can make even reservations on their smartphones or tablets. There's no need of plenty phone calls or visits to a travel agency. With just a few minutes and a click of the mouse, you'll have all your plans finalized. In the next years, mobile phones and tablets are predicted to become the most vital tool for business travelers to book hotels. New technologies like 4G have given way to mobile phones playing an active part in hotel reservations. The growth of online booking as a percentage of overall reservations continues to grow dramatically. More people are booking online and less people are booking through telephone and offline agencies. It's simple for travelers to change or cancel online reservations. Instead of calling the hotel and waiting for a customer service representative to help you through the process, booking online means you can do it if you have internet access. When you're on holiday, time can't be wasted. The web check-in service allows you to send your personal information before arriving at the hotel and can quickly check in and enjoy your stay. In general, the advantage will be 24/7 accessibility to every customer commission-free service, minimizing the burden from employees and getting the best price comparison.
Thank you. Next, the fifth speaker of opposition team, Althea J. Denise Maghanoy. A round of applause, please.
A very special afternoon, everyone, especially to our judges and principals. People have come to a point where they cannot live without these gadgets. As a result, gadget addiction has become a serious problem in the world, especially among the young. Gadget addiction is enjoying a particular activity very much as laptops, iPads, and PlayStation and spending as much time as possible doing it. Gadgets are used before bedtime to disrupt sleep cycles. The bright light emitted by gadgets stimulates the release of melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep aid process, which is produced by our body whether dark or without light. The light enters the mind to hit the default mode network, semi-conscious condition. Very chronic insomnia can lead to death due to insomnia sufferers and higher risk of heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes. Insomnia due to the use of gadgets can be prevented by stopping the use of gadgets 1 to 2 hours before bedtime to reduce the effects of radiant light inhibits melatonin production. Insomnia due to the use of gadgets can be prevented by stopping the use of the gadgets 1 to 2 hours before bedtime to reduce the effects of radiant light inhibits melatonin production. And the stroke is cardiovascular disease that occurs due to failure of the oxygen supply to brain cells, which are at the risk of ischemic damage and can lead to death. This disease is one of the most disease-causing deaths. Teenagers are very actively using his fingers to play the gadget has the potential blockage and rupture of blood vessels due to lack of productive activity.
Thank you. And now we will go for the rebuttal. Let's hear now the rebuttal of opposition team. Here's Casey Lubiga Bastante. A round of applause, please.
My special greetings to our judges, competent speakers, to our facilitator, alert recorder, motherly principal, ladies and gentlemen. I am here in front of you in behalf of the opposition team to deliver to you our rebuttal to address the arguments to our opponent. Our team strongly believes that gadgets should be banned. The first speaker said that devices save our money and precious time. Are you sure? Now, tell me, why do our parents and guardians need to pay bigger fines for electricity if those gadgets can save money? The second speaker said that we could use these devices anytime and anywhere. Now, I let you choose. Using gadgets with bigger fines endangers health, or without gadgets but safer and lesser fines. Without those gadgets, life could be simple and easy. The third speaker said that gadgets can help us for transportation. In transportation, with or without gadgets, we still have to wait. The difference is when using an app in the gadgets, we still need to take a time for the process. The fourth speaker said that gadgets are helpful for research. So what are the use of libraries? Libraries have books where we could read further ideas we could get. But because of those gadgets, only few of us appreciate libraries than gadgets. As of now, many people are successful without those gadgets, and it is because of reading books. They say that gadgets are not dangerous, while people are. Now guys, tell me, how will those kids will be addicted without those gadgets? Before, people are addicted because of cigarettes. But now, almost all of other people are because of gadgets. The affirmative team said that without those gadgets, the video of this debate cannot be on YouTube. Posting on YouTube? I think this is not the main purpose. For me, the main purpose is to let you know, to let them know, and to let everybody know how those gadgets can change the generation. To let us know that gadgets can affect us in many ways. Like a happy family to a broken family, an intelligent person to a responsible person, an successful kid to an addicted person. Now, compare those helpful things with the things that could be happen to you. Will those gadgets help you when your studies are already affected? Will those gadgets help you back to your normal attitude and good health? Gadgets can be dangerous for our health, and this danger can also destroy us. So for the safer and for the better, we should avoid using gadgets.
Thank you, and let's hear the rebuttal of Proposition Team. Here's Sophia Helen Esgador. A round of applause, please.
My special greetings to our judges, competent speakers, to our facilitator, alert recorder, motherly principal, ladies and gentlemen. I am here in front of you in behalf of the affirmative team to deliver to you our rebuttal to address the arguments to our opponent. Our team strongly believes that gadgets are helpful in our everyday life. The first speaker in the opposition team mentioned that gadgets can destroy your health, change your attitude, cause addiction, and even bring regression to your body. Her statement was right. But if you manage your time and yourself in using gadgets, these things will not happen to you. She also stated that gadgets will just waste your time and money. Again, it depends to the user. The user should manage his or her time. Gadgets don't waste money. You will just spend money to buy gadgets for internet connection and postpaid or prepaid SIM cards. After this, you can use gadgets forever without spending money. The second speaker in the opposition team said that using gadgets may cause addiction. Yet again, you should manage your time to prevent addiction. It is the person's responsibility to manage your time. The gadget itself will not turn off itself. You are the one responsible for your own health. She also added that we can communicate without using gadgets and use letters to improve our writing skills. But what if it is an important or urgent message? When sending a letter, it will take a couple of days. That's why gadgets are invented. Important messages can be sent within minutes. The third speaker of the opposition team stressed out the online games played in gadgets. Gadgets are not the one downloading games. People are the one downloading it. If you have discipline, you will not use gadgets for playing but for important and useful things. The fourth speaker of the opposition team stated that we can do research without gadgets. He said that we should think to use working memory and long-term memory. But what if we need latest updates? Can we do this by thinking? How about the latest news where we can get our answers? Can we do this by thinking? No, right? We still watch televisions and search through gadgets to keep updated. The fifth speaker of the opposition team mentioned that we have come to the point where we cannot live without gadgets. She also said that gadget addiction may cause stroke. Again, people are the ones who's not managing their time. If they just use gadgets in the right way, they would not experience addiction and stroke or other diseases. Gadgets are very helpful. How can you communicate to your friends and relatives far from you? How can you transport easily and faster? How can you search the answer for your assignment and homework if you don't know the answer? How can you reserve a hotel room when traveling? How can you reach the destination if you don't know the direction? Yes, you can do all these things without gadgets. But with gadgets, it will be easier and faster. For communication, you may say that we can write letters to improve our writing skills. That's right, but what if it is an important or urgent message? If you use gadgets, send it within minutes and get the reply within minutes. For transportation, you can go to the airport and book your flight there. But do you know how many people are there? If you use gadgets, it will be less hassle. For research, yes, there are libraries. But what if you're in a place where there are no libraries nearby? You can just search using gadgets, right? There are things that can be done without gadgets, but with gadgets, it will be easier and faster. In general, gadgets are helpful if you use it in the right way, if we regulate our time, and if we manage ourselves.
Thank you. Summing up all the ideas presented today, we will now have highlight of this argumentation, the question and answer. Let's now hear the question from the affirmative side. The question from the negative side will be given later. Why do we need to use gadgets just for easy way without knowing how safe it is if there are many ways to avoid it? We can do many things with or without gadgets, but with gadgets it will be easier and faster. Members, do you have any additional answers? Gadgets are not dangerous if you read first or know first that the direction or description about that thing. You should also be aware from what you are watching or clicking of that video. Applications like refrigerators belong to the group of gadgets. If we avoid gadgets, we cannot use refrigerators. The businesses will be lost like selling ice candy. How will people earn money if we don't use gadgets? We also store the meat we buy to that refrigerator. If we don't store that, it will be contaminated. If the children eat that contaminated food, it may be cause of illness and other diseases. Number 2. Why did the second speaker said that gadgets are not dangerous while people are? And if without gadgets, will people still be addicted? When there are gadgets, people are addicted. But it's not the gadget's fault. It's the person's fault for not having a discipline and time management. Gadgets are not dangerous if you will use it in the right way. Just regulate your time and manage yourself. Why do you think that gadgets should be banned? Gadgets should be banned so that pupils can have their time for their studies and to have lesser crimes like kidnapping. The kidnappers use gadgets on dealing with illegal gambling. Any idea, guys? I think gadgets should be banned so that life would be easier. Gadgets should be banned because gadgets can cause lack of sleep, lack of focus in school, and have no study habit. It can also affect our personal traits. So, therefore, it can be concluded that there are both advantages and disadvantages of using new technologies and gadgets, and it depends on mankind how they want to use them. This is end up of our debating. Once again, good afternoon.
So congratulations, children. So we had just heard the two teams about how they express their ideas about gadgets. If gadgets should be Boon or Van. So I hope this will give you insights in using these different or latest gadgets today. I believe also that there are advantages and disadvantages of using the gadgets. But it's up to us users on how we use it properly. So this time, may I call in one of our judge to give some feedback, and later they will announce who among you debaters convinced them to be the best debater of this afternoon's debate. May I call in Ma'am Cecilia Biniel.
Good afternoon, everyone. Especially to the presenters, the affirmative and negative side of the debate. We're happy that we were invited in this momentous event of yours. You're very lucky to have this event. You know what? We only experienced this debate during our college time. And you, at your age, grade 5, no? Okay, you are still in grade 5, but you already experienced to have this. So you are very lucky enough to have this. So when you are already in high school, in college, you're already prepared. You're already prepared for that. And congratulations to both of you, and good afternoon once again.
Another feedback from Ma'am Crisel Nilo. A round of applause, please. Take it away, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon to each and everyone, especially to our intelligent speakers for today. My congratulations, and young as you are already competent speakers. I for one, I strongly believe that you will really have a bigger chance of joining this kind of event in your life. But this should not be the last, but this should be the beginning of your quest for knowledge in this kind of event. So first of all, good afternoon to each and everyone, especially the debaters of today's issues. Let it be resolved that gadgets be boon or banned. You know, these issues concerning the use of gadgets should be given much attention for the fact that we are living in the 21st century. But anyway, my congratulations to each and everyone, especially the debaters. Thank you for the job well done. I know you have given the best shot for today's event. You have shared your precious ideas regarding the issue, but there are still some points that you should remember while having this kind of event. First of all, the first observation, but this should not be taken negatively on your part. This should take it positively on your side, and this will serve as your ground for improvement. When you talk, it should be slowly, and you have to glance for a while with your opponents when you're raising the questions. Then you should not be backing up your audience at the back. If you give the questions, you should glance for a while to your opponents and glance also for a while to the audience. Once you are convincing somebody, you should always give the best shot or the best way to convince them. How can you convince somebody if you yourself, you are not convinced with what you are saying? So say it clearly, with correct and the best expression. Show it with the best expression in your talk. Because that's the very important one in convincing others to listen at you and to convince of what you are saying. So anyway, you have shown us a good and an excellent job this afternoon. So once again, my congratulations and hope to see you again next time since you are still grade 5. Okay? Okay, so this time we will be having the announcement of the best debaters of this afternoon's event. So I think the two of us have this common decision, or we agreed to give this kind or to give this announcement to you, but you should take it positively, as I have said a while ago. Okay, so for me, and Ma'am Sandy Bingil will also give her side also later, but we have the unanimous decision. For me, I would rather choose the best debater for this afternoon. I go for the negative side. Okay? But you're also good for the affirmative side. Since I have observed there are some or many of you in the affirmative side, most of you are shy. No? So when you deliver your speech, it should be with, you give the best shot of your speech. So, but there are also some shy persons in the debaters in the negative side. But if I'm going to compare it with the affirmative side, there are lots of you who are very shy. So you have to develop your self-confidence. Huh? Okay, that's it for today, and thank you.
Okay, these were my observations. We have things in common with teacher Fritz. Okay, for the affirmative, the areas for improvement, some presenters were shy and lack of eagerness. Naiya pa kayo, no? Medyo, nagyaki, no? But for your strength, although some participants were shy, you are trying your best to deliver your messages nicely naman, no? Okay. And for the negative side, areas for improvement, strength, there was aggressiveness and enthusiasm in delivering their messages. Accommodation of students' learning style aroused the interest of the listeners. And your areas for improvement, participants must have an eye contact with the audience aside from your opponents. Eye contact. Like what teacher Fritz told you a while ago. Yes, that was also my observation. You should have eye contact not only to your opponents but to the audience. And for me, I go for negative side also. Okay.
Okay, so congratulations to both of you, the debaters from the affirmative team and for the opposing team. Especially to our judges, thank you very much for coming and spending your time with us. To Ma'am Cecilia Binil, to Ma'am Brisel Milo, to Ma'am Diane Fortines, to Ma'am Melanie Filipinas, especially to our principal, Ma'am Daisy J. Fortines, and also thank you, Ma'am Princess Corato. And I forgot. To our moderator of today's debate, Earl Balzon. Thank you very much to all of you. Job well done.